Stop. Before you toss that milk, do you really know what that date means? What if I told you millions of people are throwing away perfectly good food every single day because of a tiny number printed on the package? Here's the jaw dropper. In the US, we waste up to 40% of our food. That's billions of dollars, straight into the trash. But here's the twist. Those dates? They almost never mean what you think. Most of the time, they have nothing to do with safety. So why are we all falling for it? Who started this? And how can you use this secret to save real money, starting today? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn how to outsmart the system, stop wasting food, and eat with total confidence. Are you ready to stop wasting food? Hit subscribe and let's bust the biggest kitchen myth together. All right, let's get straight into it, because this is where it gets crazy. You look in your pantry and it's like you're trying to crack a secret code. You've got sell by, best if used by, and the scariest one of all, use by. So what is the truth? Here's the first shocking fact. For the longest time, the system was confusing on purpose because, besides baby formula, there are no federal rules for these dates in the US. It was a total free-for-all. Now, some states are finally passing laws to fix this mess, and the federal government is thinking about it too. Let's crack the code as it exists right now. First, sell by. This date isn't for you. It's for the grocery store. It's just a reminder for them to move their products. It has absolutely nothing to do with safety. If you see yogurt a day past its sell-by date, it didn't just turn into poison. The store just needed to sell it by then. Next up, best by or best if used by. The key word here is best. This label has basically nothing to do with safety. It's the company promising you its food will have peak flavor. It's the date your chips will have the ultimate crunch or your soda will be the fizziest. Is it dangerous the day after? Absolutely not. The food is still safe to eat, it just might not be 100% perfect. Finally, the one that sounds like a death sentence, use by. This is the closest we get to a safety date, but even this one is usually a trick. You see it on stuff like meat or salads. For most foods, this is still the manufacturer's guess for peak quality. The only time a use-by date is a federally enforced safety rule is for infant formula. Its nutrients can break down over time, which is a real danger for a baby. For everything else, it's a strong suggestion, not a final countdown. If you're already looking at your fridge completely differently and want more secrets to save you money, smash that subscribe button. We are always busting myths and exposing the truth behind what we eat. Your support helps us go bigger every single time. So if these dates aren't about keeping you safe, why do they exist? The answer, like most things, comes down to two things: brand reputation and money. Think like a giant food company. You want people to experience your product at its absolute best. The perfect flavor, the perfect texture. The best by date protects their brand. If a customer eats a slightly stale, but totally safe cracker, they might blame the brand and buy from a competitor next time. This system also makes us buy more. When we see a date coming up, we get scared, throw the item out, and buy a new one. That cycle is amazing for business. In fact, our confusion is one of the biggest reasons for food waste. A 2025 survey found that 43% of Americans always or usually throw away food when the date gets close. That confusion adds up. The average American wastes around $800 worth of food every single year. That's you literally throwing cash from your pantry into the trash, which sends you right back to the store to spend more. This isn't some crazy evil conspiracy, but it is a system built on tricking us, where the goal isn't public health, it's about protecting brands and making more sales. So how do we beat the system? The answer is so simple, and it's something humans have used for thousands of years. Trust your senses. Your eyes, nose, and hands are way more powerful food safety tools than a random date stamped on a box. Let's call this your sensory toolkit. But quick disclaimer, this is for spotting spoiled food, not invisible bacteria. Some of the worst germs, like Listeria and Salmonella, can't be seen or smelled, so you still have to store and cook food safely. Don't be dumb. First, your eyes. Look for the obvious signs of doom. Is there green, fuzzy mold on the bread? Is the can bulging like it's about to explode? Is fresh meat turning a weird gray color? Are your leftovers slimy? These are giant red flags that something is wrong. Second, your nose. This might be your greatest superpower. Our sense of smell is literally designed to keep us alive. Does your milk smell sour? Does meat have a horrible, pungent odor? You know the smell of rotten food. It's disgusting for a reason. The sniff test is a 100% real way to detect if food has gone bad. Third, your sense of touch. How does the food feel? Are your veggies slimy instead of crispy? Is your cheese a hard rock when it's supposed to be soft? A change in texture is a huge signal that quality is gone and spoilage has begun. By using this 3-step sensory check, sight, smell, and touch, you're making a way better decision about your food's safety than the date on the package ever could. Let's do a lightning round and look at some common foods you're probably throwing away for no reason. Eggs. The date on the carton is almost always a sell-by date. If you keep them in the fridge, eggs can be perfectly safe for 3 to 5 weeks after you buy them, which is way past that date. Want a crazy life hack? The float test. Put an egg in a glass of water. If it sinks, it's fresh. If it stands up, it's older but still good. If it floats, it's old. A floating egg isn't automatically spoiled, but it has more air inside. Just to be safe, crack a floater into a separate bowl and give it a sniff before you use it. Milk. The sniff test is king. As long as it's been kept cold, milk can last up to a week past its sell-by date. The date is a super cautious guess. If it looks, smells, and tastes normal, it's fine. Canned goods. Welcome to the land of the immortals. If you store these in a cool, dark place, most canned goods are safe for years, as long as the can isn't damaged. High-acid stuff like tomatoes will be best for about 18 months, but low-acid foods like corn and beans can last for 2 to 5 years or even longer. The only time to worry is if the can is super dented, bulging, or rusted. If you see that, throw it out immediately. Pasta, rice, and dried goods. If you keep these dry and sealed, they're basically eternal. The date on that box is completely meaningless for safety. Hard cheeses. You see a little mold on your Parmesan? Don't panic. For hard cheeses, mold can't dig in very deep. The USDA literally says you can cut off at least 1 inch around the moldy part, and the rest of the cheese is good to eat. This does not work for soft cheeses like cream cheese. If that's moldy, the whole thing is trash. Bread. Stale bread is not spoiled bread. It's perfect for croutons or French toast, but the second you see those fuzzy green or blue spots, the entire loaf has to go. Bread is full of tiny holes, and mold spreads invisible roots through the whole thing. For years, we've been programmed to fear the date on the package, but the truth is, that date is almost always about perfect taste, not your safety. The truth is, your own senses are 1,000,000 times more reliable, and the truth is, all this confusion is costing us a fortune and creating mountains of wasted food. This isn't about being reckless, it's about being smart. By understanding what these labels actually mean, you can save money, stop wasting food, and take back control. So next time you see a food that's a day or two past its date, don't just toss it. Open it, look at it, smell it. It's time to beat the system. Now I want to hear from you. What's the one food you've always thrown out the second it expired? Tell me in the comments below. And if this video just saved you hundreds of dollars, please share it with a friend. The more people who know the truth, the less food we'll all waste together. Thanks for watching.